sign holder things don't fit. This is my first solo venture on this. You're going to have a staff doing all this stuff. Now what do I do? What do they do now? So you don't have a holder. It's just okay. I got that part. And so so take that and if you can put a sign up, that would be awesome. Contributions. It's a big state. We have 242 airports. Oregon has 40. It's the next biggest one. I don't mean to pick on this man, but he's got a duck shirt on. He's a good guy. And so, you know, we're not going to go to 242 places, but we've been a lot of places. We've been through about 500,000 miles of donations of miles and whatnot. So it takes a lot of money to run a campaign. So we do ask for donations. Hardest part for me, the only time I've ever kind of relieved my dad's not with us anymore, because he'd look at me and go, "What have you become?" So the carpenter used to swing a hammer and get a paycheck at the end, and so any contribution would be awesome. We have an interesting change in Alaska. Not only the election system changed, but our contributions changed. When we started this campaign, it was a maximum of $500 donation. Then it went to $1,200, and then the roof came off. We went from the lowest in the nation on contributions to the highest. Now there's no limit. The sky is the limit now on donations and whatnot. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I don't like that, but I got to play by the rules I'm dealt. So we have some big, you know, we have some opportunities in that regard. My opponent in the Cumbian received $3 million check from the Republican Government Association 36 hours before the law changed. So it's the only dark money. It's the largest donation of dark money in the history of our state. The largest dark money in cumulative history of our state is $3 million. So last time I ran, they threw $1 million at me. That wasn't enough. Now they've thrown $3 million. That's not enough either, because it's not who gets the most money, it's who gets the most votes and who worked the hardest. One thing I have not run into on the campaign trail is him. He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up. He just doesn't show up, and that's fine. That's when he has to play it. Come on. But for me, showing up, I've never gone any place in Alaska that I haven't learned something. And that's how you learn, is you listen to people, you feel what they're saying. It's not about just reading a script of some sort, it's about hearing what their issues are. And I tell you, yesterday was amazing when I learned about the affordable housing, the land trust. Off the charts, best thing ever. It was wonderful. So, with that, I want to and this is the time when Miss Donna would be doing this. Yeah, thanks, John, thank you. So I've said enough, but thank you all very much for being here. This is just very, very special for me, and we'll get this done. We'll work harder. We have a primary on Tuesday. I want to explain the last poll that was done. The last poll we had was just a head-to-head with myself and Dunleavy, and then with Les Guerra and Dunleavy. I just had to know what that would look like. And we came in with 0.4%, half a point behind Dunleavy, and Les came in 11 points down. So that would be like the last round of the ranked choice voting in the general. I won't begin to try to explain the election system. That's not my job, but it's a little complicated. And the primary will be just a straight vote for the one for the governor, but you vote for ranked choice over on the Don Young side. So next Tuesday, please vote. And it's only it's not a ranked choice for us. So just vote. I'll make it simple. Just vote for us. You don't have to worry about that. So anyway, thank you so much. It sometimes takes questions if there's burning questions that somebody has. This is a pretty familiar group, and it feels a bit like family. So I love that. I love that about it. So if anybody has a burning question, I'd be happy to answer it if I haven't covered something yet. Yes.
All right. So at the very beginning, you mentioned that you and Heidi, have your differences. What would you say is your biggest difference that you're also grateful for?
Well, I love that we have differences and we work together. And I think the issue of choice is one. And thank you for bringing that up. I'm pro-life. Heidi's pro-choice, and we've worked that out. Alaska has a constitution that has completely protected its right to privacy, and we'll defend that. We'll fight for that, and we'll veto anything that tries to change that. So. We are not in favor of a constitutional convention at all. I hope I don't offend anybody, but I'm not. We've got enough upheaval right now in our state. The last thing we need to do is rip up our constitution and start over again. So, but when I was, what we'll do, when I was governor, when we accepted Medicaid expansion, the number of abortions went down by 14%. We will introduce legislation that provides for contraception prescriptions for 12 months rather than 90 days. You know, we will accept an additional 10 months of Medicaid expansion, which is available. Postnatal care is available. We can have 12 months. Right now we have 2 months because the current administration has not accepted the other 10 months. We will do that right away with a signature, which I got sued when I brought in the $70,000 in health care, and I knew I was going to win that. And so I know by signature I can add another 10 months of postnatal care. So nothing changes except that we think there are things we can do on a preventative, proactive basis.